Hail Mall Rat Hobbyists, this is the OC Mall Rat and welcome to OCM Hobbies. In this video, we will doing an unboxing of the Bandai Namco Plannosaurus number 5, the Spinosaurus. So, let's get right to this thing. A Spinosaurus, that's been one of my favorite dinosaurs since the mid-80s when we didn't know that it even had a crocodilian type skull. Back then, a Spinosaurus was thought to have a normal carnosaur skull, the T-Rex type or an Allosaurus type skull, and then we discovered some bones and teeth of Spinosaurus maroccanus in the 1990s, and then some bit from Egypticus, and and then it got its iconic look just in time for the Jurassic Park III movie. Now, some recent skeleton discoveries have been a bit disappointing because I don't like the new Spinosaurus paradigm where they shortened the legs and essentially turned it into some aquatic crocodile type creature. So I'm still hoping that those are mutant Spinosaurus, because other Spinosaurus don't look like that. Okay. But anyway, this current one, as of 2025, is based on the 2020s look of Spinosaurus with the non-round sail, the elongated sail, the thin crocodilian face, the head, the short legs, the short hind legs, and the thickened tail. Okay, so let's take a look at the box first. What's the copyright? Oh, Bandai Spirits 2023. Okay, so this is a 2023 design. As always, you have Plannosaurus. You can see it's still taped shut. Okay, so Plannosaurus allows you to build the models for the skeleton, okay, and or the full dinosaur with flesh parts. Eventually, I'll show you guys some builds that allow you to build both the skeleton and the dinosaur body separate without a skeletal frame inside. That does require some modeling skills, so I'll just show you guys how I do it. Okay. It comes with a base. Okay, the other side is just Spinosaurus. So let's take a look at what's inside. Okay. One of my favorite dinosaurs. Let's see what they've done to it. Now, as of 2025, there are two different Bandai Plannosaurus Spinosauruses. This one is the original one, 2023, and there is a 2025 version branded Jurassic World. It's based on the Jurassic World 7 Rebirth Spinosaurus, which made them even fatter and more crocodilian. So, yeah, look for the unboxing of that on the channel. Okay. Now, let's see how many... Whoa, look at that. There are some clear plastic stands on this. I guess this allows you to make a swimming Spino. Okay. Let's release that from its plastic. Okay, that's one. Okay, and then two plastics. Okay, just three plastics. Okay, sometimes Bandai goes crazy and then every single Sprues is wrapped in plastic. Now I understand why they like to do it. Honestly, it's a little wasteful for a cheaper product, but I guess this keeps the quality high. You know, parts trees don't bump into each other, pulling stuff out. Okay. This does look like a complicated build. I can see there are more parts than other Plannosaurus, which is why it's in the this is in Philippine pesos. It's in the 1,019, so the 1,100 peso range. It's more expensive than the Rex and the Triceratops, and a bit more expensive than the Stegosaurus. It's not the most expensive basic Plano. That's still the Brachiosaurus and the Mosasaurus. And of course, the Jurassic World branded ones, Jurassic World Rebirth branded ones, are expensive. I guess it's because of the movie licensing fees and stuff. Okay. So that's a lot of sprues. Let's look at the manual first. So the manual, Plannosaurus number 5, Bandai Spirits, Spinosaurus. It's Spinosaurus. Okay. Mid-Cretaceous, 99 to 193.5 million years ago. Ooh, okay. Carnivorous. Okay. Reptilia, Dinosauria, Theropoda, Spinosauridae. Up to 15 meters. There are your spines. I should read this for every Spinosaurus things. But you know, we'll reach over an hour if I tell you guys everything I know about the dinosaurs, because I am a dinosaur kid, and I've always been as a kid. I'm still a dinosaur kid, despite being old. Okay. Spinosaurus were one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs to roam the earth. Although, should we do this in a Japanese accent or something? Although one fossil specimen of a body was destroyed. Oh yeah, the original holotype of Spinosaurus, the one discovered by Ernst Stromer in 1912, I think, and he described in 1915, was in a German museum. I think it was the Munich Museum, and World War II hit, and it got destroyed in a bombing. So for the longest time, we only had pictures of Spinosaurus bones until we got more bones in the 90s, starting with Spinosaurus maroccanus in Morocco, and then we got more Egypticus stuff. Okay. So, destroyed in war, and their appearance when they were alive was shrouded in mystery. Recent rediscoveries have helped to, maybe we should do a David Attenborough, can I do that? To finally put together the full picture. You actually do pay people on Fiverr to do that. So they lived near water. Of course they did. They were lived near the in northern Africa. Okay, the South American Spinosaurus lived Amazon Delta. And then, of course, Baryonyx from the southern part of the United Kingdom was a river dwelling. Okay, so these guys were good swimmers, ate fish with long crocodile-like mouths, and even attacked other dinosaurs. The sails on their backs, which can reach up to 1.8 meters in height, are thought to have been used for a variety of purposes, including temperature regulation, body stabilization when swimming, and courtship. So that's what this is. Okay. Of course, you can build both either the skeleton or the flesh. I'll build both. I'll show you guys how. Okay. So, what do we have here? We have Sprue A, containing the bones. The bones are spread across 2 sprues. Sprue A. Oh, this is going to be a long. Okay, a long build. You guys can see it's at over 10 centimeters for the tail alone. This is arguably one of the longest carnivorous dinosaurs, even before the 2020 revamp. Okay, that's Sprue A. This is Sprue B1 with the skull. Is that neck or gastralia? And then the neck. So probably neck. Neck parts are here. Okay, so that's A and B1. Sprue B2 is the red underbelly. So, under snout, under neck, underbelly, and under tail. Okay, it's B1. C is the base. It's the same color as the rest of the body, so black. Same plastic. That's Sprue B. So, Plannosaurus base 2. We'll just put that there. Sprue D has the sail and the rest of the body, or the bulk of the body, over here. Oops. And then Sprue E1, yeah, has the arms. They're all black. And then Sprue E2 has the transparent, essentially the flying base, so that you can mount it swimming. Now, there are stickers. This one is for the sail. It looks like it. So, you can give the sail a yellow color. And then, I'm not sure if this is for the tongue. Is it for the tongue? Or the inside of the mouth, I think. I think it's the tongue. There are two other colors. I think they might be for eyes. There. See that? I think those are eyes. Of course, any decent modeler will be painting this instead of using stickers. So, do not dishonor yourselves. Don't use stickers. Paint. Okay. Carefully. So, how we build? Skull first, sail next, with the vertebrae, ribs, neck, so cervical vertebrae. Actually, yeah, they are cervical vertebrae. I think they're still called that in. Are they? They probably are. Cervical vertebrae. Okay. What these guys don't have is lumbar, because it's all ribs all the way to the back, and then gastralia. Okay. Their faces and teeth were close to crocodiles. Unlike crocodiles, most of their teeth were covered by their lips, preventing their mouths from drying out when moving around on land. Never really stopped crocs. Okay. And then you put the body, the legs, the legs on, and the arms. Legs and arms, of course, have separate upper and lower parts. It looks like the lower arm, though, the hands are a single mold. Can we confirm that? Yeah, guys, look, it's a little bit simpler than usual. Look, essentially the lower, so this is a lower leg, I think. So that would be a tibiofibula, or a tibia and a fibula, and then the tarsals, you have the astragalus calcaneum there. The tarsals will be over here, and they're molded all together as a single part. So lower leg plus the ankle and the foot and the toes are single mold. There's no they're not separate. Okay. Same with the arms. So your ulnar radius there. Okay, or radio ulna in this case. Wait. Okay, I'm a little confused now. Because those exist, and those exist, and these are clearly the hands. So are there two separate hands that you build? That's a bit confusing, guys. Because these are the rear legs. These might be the front legs in two different positions. I think they are. So the front legs are either in a walking plantigrade format or grabbing hands. And this being a Spinosaur, of course, they have a large thumb claw or something. Actually, the whole arm is molded. If you guys see, that's a whole arm. So we have the humerus, the radio ulna, and then the rest of the arm. Okay. I'm gonna need to look at how this works, because you can see there are 6 feet right here. Here, there. let's see. Let's look at the options. Yeah. So, yep. You see, quadrupedal or bipedal. You can choose between quadrupedal and bipedal. So you can choose between flat arms or the grabbing arms over there. Okay. Interesting. First time I've encountered this kind of Plannosaurus style. Okay. One other interesting detail about this is that the hip is not separate. Hips, there you have your hips, your ilium, your ischium, your pubis, and then the pectoral girdle, the scapula, is molded onto the giant rib structure. It's a single piece. This is gonna be fun to paint. You're probably gonna need black wash, easy, but it's gonna be fun to paint. Okay. Yeah, so that's a little bit different. It's simpler in design, which means this guy is not as articulated as the other or some of the other Plannosaurus models. Yeah. Interesting. I'll have to check the Jurassic World Rebirth Spinosaurus if it uses the same skeleton. From looking at the box, it seemed like it used the same skeleton. If it does, that's a bit disappointing for the cost, but we'll see. Maybe it's an updated Spinosaurus build. Okay, so there you can choose which arms you use, and then so the bodies, did the Spinosaurus walk on 2 legs or 4 legs? They're also imagined to swim too. I'm sure they supported their heavy bodies by walking on 4 legs on land, but walking on 2 legs makes them seem more muscular and stronger. It's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. That's interesting. And it gives us more parts. So here's how to assemble the dinosaur version. So you put the skin over the skull. That's straightforward. The lower jaw, there is a separate lower jaw. Okay. That is a tongue. Looks like it. Neck. Torso, so you put the sail skin over the sail bones, the tall neural spines seen from above. Okay, so you put the face, the neck, and the body together. Okay, you get to choose which arms to use, which means there will be 2 sets of front arms. I mean, yes, 2 sets. Okay, there. Hind limbs, the same. And then the tail, and then the sticker goes on. You can if you want to have it swimming, that's when you use these bases. So one that supports the torso and another one that supports what it looks like the tail. I think that's what it's supposed to do. I don't see it on the yeah. So that's how it is, guys. So that's the manual. Let's look at the sprues, although we've been talking about the sprues already. Or we've already been talking about the sprues. Yeah, so here we go. So sprue A has most of the body. Tail is a single piece. Gastralia, single piece. The sail with the vertebral column, single piece. 2 halves form the ribs, the pectoral, and the pelvic girdle. So there's no articulation there. Okay. And then there are some joints there for the arms and the neck and the tail and stuff. You have the rear legs. These are the femurs, and these are the tibiofibulas plus the tarsals and stuff. And then you have 2 sets of arms. If you want to use the quadrupedal one, the humeri are separate from the rest of the arm. If you want to use the grabby bipedal one, it's a single arm. Yeah, I honestly prefer that. Yeah. And then the Sprue B1 has the head. So the neck vertebrae, so cervical vertebrae, spines underneath, the lower jaw, and then the upper jaw. How detailed are jaw? Well, we'll discuss this some other time. Okay, so that's Sprue A and B1. Of course, Sprue C is the base. No need to talk about that. Sprue D, E2 is the stand. So they have pegs that fit on the base. And one of them, this one, is for the belly. So you can make your Spinosaurus swim. This one is for the tail, so I guess it's just added support. Okay. I don't know what I'll do with mine. See. Or I may buy another one, and one of them will be swimming, the other one will not. So Sprue D has most of the body. You have the head, the neck, the body, okay, sail plus everything else, and then the tail. The tail is, this is gonna be a long guy. Okay, the tail is 20 to 31, so that's 31 centimeters long. The body is around 8 centimeters long, and the head plus the neck, well, it's probably around somewhere there. So this is a long dinosaur, and you know it is. Okay. Now the arms. This is what's interesting. So these are the rear feet. Okay. That's Sprue D. Sprue B2 has the underbelly, the tail, and the lower jaw, plus what is that? Oh, is that a tongue? I think it is a tongue. So there is the lower neck snapped off, Bandai, but that's okay. It's okay. Okay. And then finally the arms, the front arms. Now if you look at the front arms, it looks like there are, so these are the grabbing arm parts, and then these are the quadrupedal arm parts. There you go. So there are two sets of arms for you guys to choose from if you want your spino grabbing, or I guess standing on its 4 feet. There you go. Wow, that took us a while because this is a pretty big kit. It's honestly worth the price. Whereas the other Plannosaurus kind of feel like a little bit okay. They're okay. Okay. But they do come across a little expensive. This one, no regrets. You get extra arm bones, you get extra arms, and this guy's huge. It's probably gonna end up being around 10 to 12 inches long after you fully assemble it. But anyway, there you go, guys. That was the unboxing of the Bandai Namco Plannosaurus number 5 Spinosaurus Aegyptiacus. There you go. So if you guys like the video, maybe consider liking the video, share the video with your circles, or dinosaur circles, or your modeling circles. If you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel, please. This is the OCM Hobbies channel, where we do hobby stuff. Our main channel is over at the OC Mall Rat, where we do cover events, including stuff like the Gunpla Builders World Cup or the model show, stuff like that. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, swing by, take a look, maybe stick around, subscribe to that channel as well, and I'll see you guys in my other videos. Mall Rat out. OC Mall Rat out. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you enjoy similar content, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to help us make more stuff, share the video with your friends and circles. Consider checking out our other channels. We have dedicated channels for hobbies, games, and other stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. OC Mallrat out. Alright guys, so I hate what they've done with Spinosaurus, the shortened legs. So here is what I'm going to actually do with the bones. The legs I'm not sure, but here's what I'm gonna do with the bones. Okay, so this has the generic Plannosaurus hip joint. I'm gonna be taking one of my Plannosaurus Tyrannosaurus. Yep, a full theropod leg. I'm gonna taking a Tyrannosaur leg and giving it to this guy so that he looks more like the Jurassic Park III Spinosaurus with a proper height. And then the legs, the rear legs, I'll give it to that T-Rex and maybe do some modeling with it, and I'll turn it into something like an Erythrosuchus or one of those Ryosukan or Archosaur, something that looks like that. Yeah, I bet I can do it. I can do it. Okay? Or it'll look really funny as a really short-legged Tyrannosaurus. Okay? But I am going to make a proper Spinosaurus. Whatever they discover, screw that shit. Spinosaurus in my heart has long legs, and he is awesome and cool. Of course, I'm not sure about the body stuff. I may be able to stick Tyrannosaur legs as well. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Wait for that video. He'll be cool.